My name is Amanda Belke, and I'm a life coach for women. So I get to help women who are overwhelmed and stressed out, maybe just like you, who are looking for that missing puzzle piece in their life so that they can finally say no to the things that don't really matter and say a big yes with pure confidence for the things that they really want in their life. And I'm so excited to share with you today the Relationship Lab. So the Relationship Lab is a 4-week group coaching program for women, and we talk about all of your relationships. So whether that's your relationship with your husband or your boyfriend, maybe it's your parents or your sister or your brother. It could be your friends or your in-laws, your colleagues at work, your boss, whoever it might be. We talk about those relationships because the quality of our relationships really determines the quality of our lives. So maybe you can relate to this. Maybe you had a friend recently who totally canceled on you last minute and didn't show up for whatever it was you had planned. And it bothered you, but you just kind of stuffed it down like, it's fine, it's okay, no big deal. Or maybe you then had your boyfriend that decided to stay at work instead of coming home for date night like you guys had planned. And once again, you stuff it down, it's okay, it's fine, it is what it is. Or maybe you had your boss that just didn't acknowledge you for the great work you did on this project that you just finished. And maybe he or she just kind of dismissed it and didn't say a word. And it totally frustrated you. But at the same time, you just stuffed it down. It's okay, it's fine. Until your mother-in-law came over. And then she came into your home and didn't take off her shoes. Or maybe it was your boyfriend who you went to the kitchen pantry and went to go grab your favorite bag of Sun Chips, and you realized he forgot to close the bag, and now all your favorite chips are stale and all you really wanted was your favorite Sun Chips. And you blow up at these people. You just go off, and only to realize that it had nothing to do with the fact that your mother-in-law didn't take off her shoes. It had nothing to do with the fact that your boyfriend didn't close the chip bag. But you kept shoving down all of these things that you kept saying were just fine, they're okay, and you're like a pressure cooker, so you keep shoving it in, and all of a sudden something happens and you tick, and you explode for no reason related to what just happened. And you take it out on whoever happens to be in your presence at the moment, and then afterwards you feel so horrible for what you just did, or you regret your interaction with them or what you may have said. And that is just an example of why our relationships matter, because when we don't address how we feel when all those little things happen, we will become like a pressure cooker, and then we blow up for no reason and cause confrontation that didn't need to happen if we would have just addressed the little things in the first place. So that is why relationships matter. They all matter, whether it's the little things or the big things. So what's the Relationship Lab all about? Well, it's, like I said, weekly live group coaching for women once a week. And then we'll have accountability and a Q&A session also once a week separately. So you're going to get a guidebook, workbook with all the different resources you need, and really the material to take action, to step forward in your life, in your relationships, and create what you want most in those. And so that will be your guide throughout our 4 weeks together. And then you'll have the examples of me doing live coaching with each of the women in our beautiful community. And it's this really great space to get real and honest about what's going on in your life and what you want to improve and what you want to be fulfilled by and who the people are that really matter to you. And so with the live coaching every week, the workbook to help you take action, then there will also be, like I said, the accountability piece, and then Facebook community. So this is the community for women to really feel that sense of belonging in the Relationship Lab, to really feel like they can be real and honest and truthful about what's not so pretty, what's kind of messy that's going on in their life, and not feel judged for it. Because we all have things that are messy in our lives, but we're going to turn our mess into our message and what we stand for. And that's what this is all about. It's all about learning and taking action so that you get the results that you really want in your life. So that's what's included in the Relationship Lab. And maybe you're thinking, you know what, my relationships just aren't that bad. Or maybe you're thinking that I just can't afford to spend that right now. Well, I've got good news for you, because when you think about how important the relationships are for your entire lifetime, could you give up going out to eat at that new trendy restaurant 5 times within the next 2 months? So you say no to that fancy dinner and drinks with your friends or your boyfriend or your husband just 5 times. And you say yes to the relationships of your entire lifetime. That's how simple it is. It's as easy as that. And when you think about those people that, maybe you're fighting with them, maybe you aren't, maybe your relationship just isn't where you want it to be right now, find your way back to them, because our relationships are what matter. And even on your longest days, life is short, even on your longest days. So take the time to create those relationships, those connections, and those bonds with the people that matter most to you, because they are the ones that are still going to be there when all your success with your business or with your finances or with your health or your traveling, those are all great successes that you can have. But when they go away, if they go away, then you'll still have your relationships. Or you'll have relationships to enhance those experiences even more. So life is nothing without the relationships and the people that you have in your life. And if you have any other questions about the Relationship Lab, you can reach out to me at hello@amandabelke.com or visit my website at www.amandabelke.com, and I would be happy to answer any questions you might have. And I'm looking forward to hearing from you and seeing you in the Relationship Lab.